EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Baltimore Ravens and the Kansas City Chiefs. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the first down run.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high power, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And they're able to get this one across the 35. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And he'll give it here to his running back. Shifts past him. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback. And no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
I know flashy plays, splashy plays, as people like to call them, that attracts a lot of attention. But let's face it, when you're efficient, that can control a ball game. And I love the game plan they've got going right now.
Back-to-back 5-yard gains. Didn't force the ball downfield. Picked it up on the ground.
Yeah, offensive line, they're getting it done.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough. Now they'll run it on the toss. Trying to find some space to turn upfield, but this defense having none of it. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
One on the play. Makes it 3rd and 17.
Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that's complete. Albert Okwuegbunam. And he'll get it down here to the 43. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll try and run for it. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. We'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
Now 3rd and 5.
The 13th play now coming on this opening drive. Here's third down. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And some space here. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Third and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down.
24-yard line.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 11 more on that one and another first down. From the 13 now, they work on first and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Chiefs take it right down and score on the opening drive. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And his kick is good to make it 7-0 KC.
It's the score. Chiefs 7, Ravens nothing. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Jackson now off the bootleg. He'll buy some time right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
It may be cliche, but it is something that holds up over time, doesn't it? If you're the visitors, you don't want to let the crowd in the game early.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they did there. But you said also this defense, they're going to give them a lot of looks like we just saw there, aren't they?
They certainly are. They're a proud unit, and they're going to ride the momentum of this crowd with them, and that's why they got after them early.
So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And he has brought this one back. A fumble recovery for a Chiefs touchdown. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive, then suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. Now, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. And going deep for Hill. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Off the play fake, here's Jackson sliding out of the pocket. And going deep for Hill. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jamal Adams.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. They're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get across midfield and down to the 48. Yard line.
He's across midfield to the 48-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Quarter with the score, Chiefs 14, Ravens nothing.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Well, the guys who are paid to make the tackles deserve some kudos there, but I think they deserve even bigger ones because in that situation, they had to be thinking pass. Loosened up defense, going to pass coverage. Instead, maybe they surprised him a little bit running the ball, yet they rallied to it and stopped him well short of a first down.
That'll go in the books as just a 16-yard punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. And he stopped immediately there. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with 3rd down looming.
No gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. Jackson from the shotgun. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down.
First down.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33.
J.K. Dobbins.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
3-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. And he'll take this close to a first down at the Chiefs' 28.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Dobbins running out of the gun. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
He was brought down.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
First target, first catch, and a first down. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. From the gun, Jackson. And he's got it. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. That'll bring up second and goal after the gain of 5. Second and goal from the 1.
At the 1-yard line.
They'll try to run with Dobbins. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. Big play coming here. It's third and goal. They'll try to run with Dobbins. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens have cut it to within a score. And that one makes it 14-7.
It is good. Makes the score Chiefs 14, Ravens 7. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Even though they might not find the #1 seed next to their name come playoff time, there's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the playoffs on the kind of run they're on. They're hot.
And I love that word, hot, because every team in the league wants to go into the playoffs on that uptick. Because a lot of the time you serve notice to the rest of the league that, hey, we're the team you need to deal with. We're the team that's going to be a real problem for you. And if they can continue this streak, they could very well be that team and gain that confidence that they're seeking as they head to the playoffs.
And confidence, that's the word I would use from our meetings with them. They said we're playing our best football right now. It is showing. 7 yards there and a first down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Malik Harrison on the tackle. The run only got a yard. Here's second and 9.
49-yard line.
And to give this time to the tailback. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first.
A gain of 2.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he goes down, but not before getting us inside the 25. And 25 yards, the pickup there, and also a first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Right back to him on first down. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to second and 4. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
At the Ravens' 18-yard line.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great play there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half, and that'll give us momentum going into the second half, give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15.
For most people, the excitement of the kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
Jackson on first down. Flushed out right. He's going to Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And they'll have a short field to work with inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. You think about it, Charles, this is not a quarterback that's used to running the football a lot. In that time, he was loose with it, had it knocked free.
He always has to think to himself that there's always going to be traffic around because of what you just said. Not that elusive.
And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there. Becoming just the second player with 30 touchdowns in a single year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. He knocks it through. It's 28-7.
Makes the score, Chiefs 28.
Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick.
Kansas City.
And all the Chiefs have it. Well, there you go. Just your everyday leading big, and you onside kick it with a lead. They got it. I mean, it worked, but interesting call.
I think because they have such a margin, they feel a little bit bolder about what they're doing. And it's not only just to try and increase their lead, but that's their way of saying we're in full control of this game, and we can kind of do what we want.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now a handoff here to his running back. There he goes right side. Kansas City touchdown. A big play there as the first half is winding down. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. But go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's be honest about it. That third one, that's the most spectacular run he's had in the ball game. It's almost as if he's been playing his own game of, can I top this? And each run has been more spectacular than the last.
An incredibly short kick fielded way up there.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And nearly picked off there, almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down.
It's 2nd down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Escaping the pressure right. And going deep for Hill. Oh, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his 2nd there.
Intended for Tyreek Hill. Incomplete. He was covered by Jamal.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. And now he'll let this one go deep, back over the middle. Just time has run out on this first half. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know it's coach is screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Sam Cook now as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And this one will be touchdown right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Yeah, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
And they give this time to the tailback. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for the Kansas City touchdown. A great play there. Ties LT with his 31st touchdown of the year as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Butker now to add the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Makes the score Chiefs 42, Ravens 7. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Short kick. One of the up men will take it now. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 33-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half. Okay, because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up!
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. They'll go again with Dobbins. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
It's a loss of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
From the gun on third down, Jackson. And a quick throw here that's complete. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Jackson to Boykin, first down, Baltimore.
Gain of 15.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. So the ball down to the 16 here for first and 10. Right back to Dobbins on first. They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens are in for 6. And that'll cut the lead down to 28.
He is good. Makes the score. Chiefs 42. Ravens 14.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Taken about 7 yards deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago. And he'll get this one up to the 26.
The running back.
Matt Judon there to bring him down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And he powers his way up past the 30. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or two short here with third down coming up.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
Just a few yards short of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. After the big play, a chance to finish now on first and goal. And he is into the end zone, and the touchdown record is now all his. Well, I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, but his top 2 options were not available on that throw, so he went the safe route. Worked out pretty well.
It was like you were in the pocket. How about you going through the progressions like that? But a lot of offenses say touchdown to check down. Look downfield first, bring it back to the line of scrimmage. Not easy for a rookie to do. Oftentimes they get one look, and they make their decision off of that. He went through 3. That was impressive.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. They'll run on first down. Dobbins. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. From the gun, it's Jackson, eluding the pressure right. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
A 4-yard pickup on the play. First down, Baltimore.
They'll run. It's Dobbins. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down.
Jamal Adams.
And defensive back Jamal Adams in on the stop.
Gain of a yard.
2nd and 9 from the 44.
At the 44-yard line.
They go play action now. Jackson rolling to his right. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They'll roll him out right. He's going to take off with it. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. Facing a 2nd and 6 from the 8. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Brings up 3rd down.
Operating from the gun. Jackson flush to his right. And that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. Flushed out right. Got a man. It's caught for a Ravens touchdown.
Complete to
Chris Godwin. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Ravens are in for 6. So he scrambled right, but was able to look back toward the middle of the end zone to find the target.
As you know, in this game, sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, because we all know most guys throwing the football are taught never throw back into the middle of the field on a scramble. He did it and got away with it for a touchdown.
Instinct sometimes, right? They just take over.
Instinct and vision. Sometimes you just see people who are open, you're able to get it to them.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Throw across his body, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. The young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds a defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
They'll buy some time right. And that will be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Sliding out of the pocket. Open man has got one. It's complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. To throw again is Jackson. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. That's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
6 yards. And it's 3rd.
And Jackson throwing once more. This will be caught just inside the 10. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up 4th down. And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. That's to his running back, complete. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Ravens get a bit closer. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21.
28. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Taken in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And right about now, heck, they might be wishing they did not have a bye week coming up next week. The Bears are going to go into that week off in high spirits as they've got this one well in hand. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs 1st down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. 2nd and 12, operating from the 39.
12 at the 39.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Room here to run. It's running. 10. And for a Kansas City touchdown. A great effort there. 58 yards. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. So what was already a game to remember becomes even more so as that touchdown run, a lengthy one, takes him over 200 yards now for the game.
And I love the fact that to get over 200, it took a pretty good sprint, didn't it? I mean, a lot of times you get 1 or 2 yards and oh, he's over 200 yards. But that really put an exclamation point on the game he's having. Fantastic. A lot of fun to watch.
Harrison Butker to kick off.
And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position.
On the return, the Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth-quarter hole. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And he went nowhere. He went backwards, back to the 33. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
You talk about closing in a hurry as a safety and run support. Not only did he get a good run in, he gave him a pretty good pop, too, and finished off the play behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Play action. Now Jackson rolling to his right. Now a desperation throw deep down. This is caught at the 20. And he makes it all the way down to the 19. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 48 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Ball resting on the 10-yard line. It's 2nd and 1. They go play action with Jackson. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
They've been brilliant, perfect on 4th down so far. 3 for 3, and they're going to try again here. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Forced out to his left. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. Looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. Now Jackson. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back in the 9-yard line. Chase Young racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Dancing to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. And here he'll get it down to the 7.
Today's final score, Chiefs 56.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Kansas City, a final win here means they'll finish at 14-2. And now they'll have the week off as they get set to go after a Super Bowl title. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, this loss will mean they finish the season right at 500 at 8-8. But they've got better days in their future. Of that, you can be sure. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin.